Well, the value of a business case and sensitivity analysis, it can be used in many different ways. One value could be that you're trying to promote a closer customer engagement. So the account team might call on the network systems and solutions team and say, well, look, we are having some problems getting some information out of a customer. Can you try and establish some kind of business relationship with them and get them to talk? Pretty much at this stage, you are offering something free to the customer in return for them sharing some of their information so you can gauge what their business requirements actually are. So this is one occasion that you are brought in before the qualification of that particular client engagement. You're called in at the prospecting. So this is at the early stages of the sales cycle, and the account team's pretty much saying, come in, help us out, and to give the customer some free information, some free help, while you gain a leverage on what they actually want to do and some of their internal information. At other times, the client just wants their business case validated, so the account team might call you in the last minute, for example, and say, okay, the customer wants to validate their business plan and we're actually calling you in for that particular reason. You go in and you might actually, in parallel, create a whole new business plan based on your parameters and then share that information with the client and see whether the client is actually way off or is pretty much spot on. Other times, the business case analyst might come in and this was, where mostly they would be brought in at the request for quotation or request for information stage. And in this instance, it was more like a network optimization issue. So you're brought in to do the business case analysis at the RFQ and RFI, and this is when it means dollars for the company. So the account team heavily rely on the business case analyst. Meanwhile, the business case analyst is heavily relying on all these other people in the organization and outside the organization to bring in all these very different pieces of information to ensure their business case is robust and they have proof for the numbers that they have in their spreadsheets and databases and proprietary tools.